What's up, Spellslingers? Today we're going to take a look at a green, black, white mid-range list. My name is Blakeizen, and this is how to play Kethis, the Hidden Hand. So, starting out on our bottom end, we've got our 4 of Llanowar Elves. Just help us get to our 3-cost things quicker. Sometimes we will play a turn 2 Kethis, the Hidden Hand, which is pretty cool. And we've got our 2 Paradise Druid. So, the reason we're not running 4 Paradise Druid is because of the Kethis. Getting the Llanowar Elf into the Kethis means we can still play a 5-cost on turn 3 if we still have all our dudes available. So it's a pretty powerful play. Our 2-drop beaters here getting started is Imara, Soul of the Accord. This card is pretty nuts in a deck like this, actually. Just being able to swing and create a 1/1 that you can either block with or pressure with or use to sacrifice to Vraska Golgari Queen is just pretty awesome. This is definitely the type of 2-drop this deck likes to have. We've got a 1 of Vivian's Arcbow. This is just insurance in those late games where we're going through our deck and our opponent, we're just 1-for-1ing a bunch of times. Everybody's running out of cards, and then we start top decking lands. Unlike Scapeshift, our land top decks are not that good. So we can just discard that, pay X, and then go find something X deep, whatever we paid, that costs X or less. So if we pay at least 5, we can go 5 deep and hit any creature we have in our deck. It does not hit our Planeswalkers, but it can go find a creature. So sometimes we get value out of it. It's not bad. Kethis the Hidden Hand is the namesake of the deck. This guy is really, really cool. He's a 3/4 for 3, a white, black, and a green. And he makes everything legendary you have cost 1 less to cast, which is a pretty cool ability. But also, you can exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard. And then you get this effect where until end of turn, each legendary card in your graveyard you can be played again. So if you have like a Kethis on board, and then you've got 2 Kethis and an Imara in your graveyard, you can exile 2 Kethis to be able to play that Imara back. And the same goes for any of the Planeswalkers, Oath of Kaya, Vivian's Arcbow. As long as it's legendary, you can replay it. So, pretty cool. Our Mortify here, pretty good. Helps in that matchup against the Simic Nexus. Anything enchantment based. I mean, you can White Weenies, you name it. Being able to blow up a creature or an enchantment is really, really solid, and that's why we went for this over the cast downs or things like that. Hits Krasis still, hits a legendary things, which cast down wouldn't. Cost 3, but we're playing Mana Dork, so we don't really care that much. A 2 of is pretty good until we need to blow up extra enchantments out of the sideboard, because we're running 3 Oath of Kaya. Now, if we have Kethis down, this thing only costs a black and a white. We don't really care to cast it for 3. It's still good at 3, but for 2, this is pretty nuts, right? When it enters the battlefield, deal 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. So that's like a 6 life swing, just for 3 or sometimes 2 mana. And also, if you have this on board and they attack at one of your Planeswalkers, which we're running a good bit of, shield. The enchantment will deal 2 damage to that player, and you'll gain 2 life. So really helps in race situations. So we have a pretty good amount of ways to gain life here. Storev is a off-hand, off-meta inclusion that nobody's really playing, but I've been pretty impressed with him in this kind of list. He is a big-time value generator. I mean, he's a good beat stick, a 4-cost 5/4 trampler in standard, but whenever he deals combat damage to a player or a Planeswalker, you can return a creature or Planeswalker card from your graveyard back to your hand. So the reasoning for it saying not this combat is, so he can't just bring himself back. So because of that trigger, he wouldn't be able to. It's complicated. But anyways, they solve that from happening. If we blow up something like Vraska on our turn before we attack with Storev and deal damage, like if we minus Vraska to 0, then we can get that Vraska back still. It's not this turn, but this combat is what he says. So pretty flexible on getting your card advantage back, and even just getting an Imara back is pretty nice. We are running 3 Vivian Arcbow Ranger. I've also been very impressed with this card in lists like this. On turn 3 or 4, she comes down and on our Mana Dorks and can buff our Mana Dorks into pretty sizable territory. Can turn them into real creatures, you could say. Being able to put 2+1/+1 counters on 1 or even 2 things. And then the -3 being a little bit better than the 3-cost Domri's ability. It's just a deal damage. It's not a deal damage, take damage. It's a bite effect, not a fight effect. And the -5 lets us tutor for things in our sideboard. Can be a little extra card advantage, but for us, we've got 1 Tulsimer and 3 Ceratops in the sideboard. So it could be a quick hasty 5 damage, or it could be removal with life gain that we need to see. But she only needs to be down for 1 turn to +1 affect your creatures, and then be able to go grab another card to replace herself. So pretty good -5 ability, to be honest. To Vraska, I'm kind of considering going up to 3 on this card. She's been a bit of a powerhouse just because she synergizes so well in this deck with Imara, and her -3 right now hits Feather, it hits Sorin, it hits Teferi. Like, there's just a whole host of 3-cost things that people want to do that she can just blow up. So really solid, and her -9 is a completely different win condition all on its own. If you're flooding lands, you can sacrifice those lands, and if you've got too many creatures, you can sacrifice those, little tokens that we've got to try to get to some of our bigger stuff. So 3 Trostani, we're getting a little wide with our Mana Dorks and our Imara Soul of the Accord tokens. Not to mention we're making that stuff bigger and bigger with these 2 things. But this gives all your dudes +1/+1, and you also make 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens with lifelink when they enter the battlefield. So this is always a pretty good card against like mono red, but it's also really good against like Simic and Bant Ramp, where they're trying to take your creatures and take control of them. So it doesn't get you your Planeswalker back from mass manipulation, but it will get you your creatures. So that's a pretty solid little static ability for it to have. Tolsmer's here for extra removal. He helps a whole lot in the mono red matchup, but he's also very good against weenie and aggro builds in general, especially considering we can sometimes play him on turn 3, because I've gone Land of War Elf into Kethis into Tolsmer, and that is a very solid 1, 2, 3. So you end up with a lot of power on board at that point, and you've already removed something, so pretty cool. I brought Liliana in here as a 2-of to hedge that Feather, the redeem matchup a little bit better. Her -4 they can't interact with, and just when you give your stuff up, you end up gaining a card back. So pretty good to have in that matchup. And her -9 is another win condition all on its own. Ugin here is just the big boy 6-drop who gives us 2/2s, kind of part of our go wide strategy like Trostani, but makes more 2/2s that we make bigger or can sacrifice and do whatever with, but more card advantage out of them. And he also has the ability to destroy target permanent. That's 1 or more colors. So the only things he can't blow up are colorless things like himself. So the lands are working pretty well. There's not really anything I'd change off the top of my head, but it's been functioning decent as is. But our sideboard plan is also pretty good. Green Black has some of the best sideboard in the game right now, in my opinion. Vela Summer is nuts. It stops your stuff from getting countered, and also draws you a card, and also stops it from getting targeted. So, I mean, if you hate Thought Erasure or destroy target effects like Tyrant Scorn or whatever, Vela Summer is your card. Just play it. They go to Thought Erasure, you Vela Summer in response, you draw a card, they wasted Thought Erasure. It also gives everything on your board hexproof from blue and black until end of turn. So very, very solid. Noxious Grasp is there to help with like Nissa, Krasis, that kind of thing when we need it. Ashiok Dreamrender comes in and absolutely hoses Scapeshift decks. They don't really have a good ways to fight this, especially considering they have Krasis beatdown plan, but we've still got removal through a lot of things to beat those Krasis. So there's not really a whole lot of ways they can fight us if we get an Ashiok down on board. Ritual of Soot helps that out even more in game 2. Like, this is mostly when we'll use that card in game 2, like versus Scapeshift and White Weenies and vampires and things like that. So Ritual of Soot, we don't really care about blowing up our Land of War Elf and our Paradise Druid, just so we can get our bigger stuff into the game. Our 3 Ceratops can't be countered, can be given haste, reach, or trample. So pretty solid little dude. If we tutor for him from Vivian after that fourth turn, if we've got 5 available, we can slam a 5/4, give it haste, and then get in for a pretty decent amount. And the extra Tolsimer for us to just maybe pick something extra off if we need to. So he's in there as a 1-of in the side, just because we might not have Tolsimer in our hand, but Vivian can go find him in a desperate situation where we need to play it. So hope you guys enjoyed that list. If you enjoyed deck techs and enjoy what the channel's doing so far, show me some love and leave a sub. I'm gonna do one of these weekly. It's gonna be followed by a write-up on Aether Hub, and I've been having a really good time with this YouTube and Twitch thing. A lot of people have been responding to it really well, so it's been super fun. As long as you guys are enjoying it, I'll keep doing it. So no plans on stopping anytime soon. But with that, I've got 2 games lined up for you guys to take a look at, and I hope you enjoy. Horrible. A Shockland would have made this hand nuts. Oh, Cancer. I think next time we see that hand, we keep it, just in case this bullshit happens again. Oh yes, the same hand, but horribly, horribly worse. I mean, okay, that's really cool. Really cool, Magic. Appreciate it, Magic. I like playing Magic. I love getting mana screwed. I love getting mana flooded. I love it. It's all I like. Alright, Mythic. Ooh. Duel? Yeah, we can. Give me a minute, man. I'm sorry. I was fixing my chat thing so I can see it better. I have to, when I finish this round we can play, and I'll show you how. There's a few ways, one of which is very quick and easy Discord invite. The other we just have to type in each other's like BattleNet thing. There's a couple of codes. I'm gonna send you a link so you can get your free stuff. Just go ahead and read. Let's see here. Make sure this thing's up to date. We're absolutely hosed in this matchup. We play Ritual Assault in the side though. We play Ritual Assault in the side. Whew, we got 3 of them. I don't know what else we play against. Damn. 8 flips. I mean, we mulled the 5. We're not coming back. We're not gonna show him anything else with the deck either. He just knows that we're green black white ramp. So what do? This is pretty good against them. This is pretty good against them. We do that. We can cut that for sure. We probably cut these. We still got our Llanowar Elves just in case, but we want our Tulsimer as well. So Ugin, Trust the Stony, Tulsimer. I mean, do we try to fit Veil of Summer in? It's card draw. Like, it's a cantrip. Let's just see if we can do it this way. It's pretty terrible, right? We're just gonna top deck like madmen. Just gonna run out there Ritualist it. He's not gonna have a Dante Vanguard. Like he's gonna have sideboarded it out. I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Two Godless Shrine. This sucks. So we actually need another green source before we can play the Vivian. We need a creature before it's any good. Son of a bitch. Why would he even bring in Duress? I guess he's trying to preemptively beat Nissa. Probably takes Oath of Kaya. About to just get run over. Got another one? Ooh. Lord. So he did not have a shock land or an untapped land, so that's probably his only land. His hand is pretty alive then. Legion's Landing, so he doesn't actually attack here. Womp womp womp. If he takes the trade, we just... I mean, he has to double block. If he does that, we just put both on the Ebon Legion. Yeah, so we're just going to keep making tokens. It's pretty good. Can run out Sorin. There's big vampires. Yeah. Really depends on what's in his hand right here. Okay. That's irrelevant. That's just 1 damage. Gonna kill Amara. Okay.
Your life is pity we couldn't have been allies.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you want to give me like a, hey, build this way, or like only play commons or something like that, I'll do it. I don't care. I like building, and it's like, I mean, because I have a large collection at this point, so especially out of War of the Spark and M20, so I don't mind, being, given restrictions on what I can play or something like that. If you want me to play a singleton deck, just a bunch of one-ofs, that changes things a lot too. Pew pew. Holy cow, another Sorin. Is he gonna sacrifice the vampire to blow up Vraska? Oh, okay. Well, we've drawn 3 of our 4 Godless Shrines. This is really bad, because this is the only non-green sources we have. It's actually terrible. Oh, I shouldn't have played that, because I'm going to do this right here. I shouldn't have played that land. Watch us get a green. Alright, well, we'll block. We'll block for Vraska this way. As a matter of fact. A common deck. I'll play commons. We'll do it. I'll even pick, you can even pick my color. You can do it. Pick a color, I'll play commons. See, the thing is, though, we could also just not block, and we'd have Ugin available. We need... Oh, we can actually Tulsimer here. We could have Tulsimered last turn instead of Llanowar Elf. No, we can't. Yeah. Green, green, white. Holy cow, I'm not playing. No, you don't have to only do commons. You play what you want. Shit, we're not going to be able to kill this thing. Oh, yeah, we are, because we're going to -3 on Vraska. You just tell me which color I need to play. Oh, he gave it up. Alright, so we hit a land. We're blowing up Sorin.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Fucking a Johnny value. Holy shit. Alright, so we don't blow up this thing anymore. We trade, though. We get the trigger. Clear his board. We'll sit on our stuff a turn to deal with these two. Ugin can blow up either one. So you want me to play green? Green commons? Okay. Okie dokie. I'm not even gonna play uncommons. What the hell? So he's going to -2 at Johnny and get the same thing back. Yeah. Alright, so the play is going to be to Ugin that thing, and then start swinging at Soren. Look at Ugin Soren, but he can buff it right here. So he has to deal. We've got the 3 green finally. We can buff this thing, can buff the spirit token. Doesn't matter. So +1, no vampire. Alright. Let's see what happens first off this thing. Oh, it's restorative. That's cool. Pretty sure he just concedes right here. Got him. Alright, so we gotta win one more though. We got one more we gotta win. We did not see the Adanto Vanguard, and if we do, we are screwed. So, don't know what to do about that. Every one of these was good though. Liliana's gonna be good. Ugin's gonna be good. Vivian is probably worse on the draw. Now that we're on the draw, I mean, it does make our little dudes big, but we can play shifting Ceratops. We still can't really block the damn Knight of the Ebon Legion. Veil of Summer protects from the Soren sacrifice thing. Let's try the Veil of Summers. Gonna try the Veil of Summers. He could have like some Planeswalker removal and stuff in there too now. Hopefully we don't have to mulligan a 5 again. This is pretty good. He's gonna try to deal with these Amara, and when he floods out the board, we just Ritualist it. And even though we don't have a Shockland, we've got our Forest. Oh, we did have a Shockland. Never mind. I'm terrible. Can't read. Alright, here comes the Adanto Vanguard. We just cry ourselves to sleep. Holy cow, he hits the Ritualist set, dude. What? That fucking... Alright, well. This guy, though. Sword only takes 1 black. Mortify. Cool. And we're gonna do the Woodland Cemetery. Alright, so we've got the Veil of Summer to beat another Mortify, but his hand, why is he not playing creatures though? Like, his hand is really slow. We don't run anything with an enter the battlefield trigger. So this is a pretty good play. We go -3 on the Tocatli. Swing with Imara. So now he can't, I mean, he can block if he wants to and lose 4 life. Or just give up the card, but I don't think that's very good. So now we have a blocker still for the Vraska that he has to get through. Kethis would have been cool to see. Game. Thank you. I don't want him now. I want lands now. We need Ugin. But we're gonna, if we can, as long as we can, we'll swing with Amara and sacrifice a token. sure, bro? I'm for sure giving that up. It is worth 4 life. So what are you gonna do? Why wouldn't you just blow up the Vraska? Boy. We're not going to we're not going to sacrifice anything. But this Storev, after I connect, you know, get some trample damage in, we can get back one of our Remora. Okay. We're going to race that. We have a 5/4, I'm just saying. We need 1 land.
I won't forgive this.
He knows we've got this Veil of Summer. I mean, we could use it right now if we wanted to draw. He's only got 1 card in hand. We might. Because he cast a black spell with the Legion Lieutenant. Cool. Alright, land. It's not a land. That's pretty good, though. To be fair. He's got a Mortifying hand for sure. Well, no. White-black vampires versus my Kethis jank. We're up to plat 2. Let's go. Let's get it. Because they're just going to reckless rage all your dudes. We'll play first. Thank you. Okay. It's not bad. Gonna see the power of Vivian. We don't actually. We need one of our dorks to stay alive though, because we don't have the 3rd green in our lands. Okay, so now we have the 3 green. Get to shock ourselves a bunch of time though. That's really awesome. We can play her without it. Oh damn. Alright, so he's playing. Okay. Could be anything. Yeah. So
Everything from deer to dinosaurs.
we just spread some of the power and this doesn't get, like if he uses Cry the Carnarium, that doesn't get exiled. We don't really care if he blows up the Paradise Druid either at this point. We don't care. Even though we're playing Mana Dorks, you can see, oh yeah, big value. 2 lands. You can see how just playing Mana Dorks, we get a lot of pressure from Vivian. This damage. We could go get a creature here. I think we only have like the Ceratops inside. Alright, we just steamrolled that guy. Whatever the hell he's playing. Is it, I wonder if it's Sultai Scape Shift. Imagine if it is, right? But we for sure bring in Veil of Summer. We can hang on to this Arc Bow if we want to, but I think Veil of Summer is going to be better. We pull in Veil of Summer 10 times out of 10. Oath of Kaya currently feels like it's going to be weak. I mean, we can try that later and see what happens. Tolsimer is, like, we don't really know what he's playing, so we're assuming Tolsimer is going to be weak. But he did show us that he was playing green, so we're going to play Noxious Grasp. And we'll just keep it this way. Looks pretty good. Good sideboard plan. Green-black has nutty sideboard options. Nutty. Alright, let's see what we get. Shitty hand. Thanks, game. It's better. We get rid of... I want to get rid of anything. We need to get rid of a land, though, looks like. We can't get rid of that. We have the 1 white, so we need to get rid of Isolated Chapel. Otherwise, we don't have the 3 green for Vivian. So he could duress us right here. That'd suck. Okay. Let's go ahead and untap. Shock that in just in case he wants a Thought Erasure right here. We'll just Veil of Summer. May as well. Go ahead and shock this in. I mean, he's playing like a control-y list, so Noxious Grasp is available just in case. Like, it's not going to be green. Well, I guess it wouldn't be green or white at this point. Oh, look, we can actually kill that. So this looks like Sultai Scapeshift, huh? How about that? I don't think we ever kill that. What's my mouse doing? So, okay. Can get Mara down. We don't kill ourselves anymore with lands. Whoops. Only thing we didn't bring in versus if we thought it was Scapeshift is Ashiok. We could have taken out Tulsimer and brought in 3 Ashiok. 2 Tulsimer, 1 Liliana. Yeah, he took Vivian for sure. Aw, you're a little late there, bro. You go ahead and jump block here. Do you ever do that? This looks to me like Sultai Scapeshift. He knows our whole hand except for the 1 Veil of Summer, which is pretty cool. He can do like Circuitous Route here. We are stuck on 3 lands. I mean, he's low on cards. We'll just go ahead and get our card draw. Oh, they added a Cry of the Carnarium effect. That was cool as hell. So Storev right here has to be dealt with, or he's going to give us so much value. And by so much, I mean he's going to get Vivian back, and then Vivian's going to make him bigger. Store Vivian is like the 1-2 punch of the deck. That Cry of the Carnarium was fucking crazy looking. I mean, you know we're gonna mortify that, right? Draw 3, put 2 from your hand on top of your library. When it dies, shuffle it, and then scry 2. I mean, I'm going to mortify that just so I can get Vivian back. I mean, I get him for 5 damage too. Card advantage, bro. I mean, at some point we get run over by zombie tokens, right? So plays 1 land and plays Scapeshift next turn, and suddenly we can't do anything about it. What the hell? Okay, whatever. We take those.